City Chiefs. It took a late fumble to seal the victory last year. What's in store this time around? The Broncos and Chiefs are underway from Arrowhead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their seventh-year quarterback. First down throw, Sanchez. And he will find his man for the first time, Thomas. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, the bad news, the Denver Broncos didn't make the playoffs, but the good news for Thomas, he was over 1,000 yards again as a receiver.
6th straight year he's done that, but yards per catch and touchdowns down a little bit. Any of that due to the change at quarterback?
Think about it. For him now, in the last 2 seasons, he's had to get used to 4 different quarterbacks throwing him the football. I think that yards per catch will go back up when he gets some consistency.
On first down, here's Sanchez. Screen play, Anderson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's Sanchez now on second down. And he hits his man on the out route, Thomas. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers, they tell the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry.
Ready, 118.
Play fake to Anderson. Now Sanchez. And this is incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And it's third down. The offense on your screen now, and our first look at C.J. Anderson.
And what a look it's going to be. Making a name for himself rapidly, running the football.
Extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
Throwing on third down, Sanchez. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So on fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
out. It's the first carry here for Jamal Charles. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe it's something they can build on as this game continues.
Here's Smith now on second down. Going underneath for Charles. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on 1st down. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So a first-quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
The Chiefs defense getting ready to roll. And they got to be feeling good about forcing that long missed field goal the last go around.
And you know what upsets a kicker more than anything? Is missing a kick they think they can make and feeling like the other side believes that they had something to do with it. And it doesn't matter. To those guys on defense, I know. They're taking full credit. Yep, we forced him into the miss, and they're going to ride that confidence the rest of the way. We'll see if the kicker's able to get his confidence back as well.
Ready, right 20, right 20, hut, hut.
1st down. Here's the run with Anderson. Oh, nice move. Past the 20. C.J. Anderson. And all the way home for a Broncos score. C.J. Anderson, 49 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. On the return, it's Niall Davis. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And we shift our attention to Alex Smith and company. Chiefs coming out on offense. And Alex Smith in 2016 had his best year yet as a pro, Charles. Threw for over 3,000 yards for the 5th time ever, but 3,500 total, 15 touchdowns with 8 interceptions.
I think he's the unquestioned leader of Kansas City's offense, and people always want to criticize his play, say he didn't do enough. But I thought he piloted that team very, very well, and I expect that to continue in 2017, despite what the naysayers may bring into this conversation.
They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And as we peer at this offense now, let's look at Jamal Charles, a guy who continues to be so productive in this league.
No matter where he touches it on the field, there's a very good chance he can go the distance.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The veteran Jeremy Maclin was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Von Miller is so good that he doesn't even need a nickname. His ability to bend and dip on the pass rush, unequaled in this league.
Still 9 yards to go on 3rd down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. Now 4th down. So on 4th down, Dustin Colquitt to punt for KC. Emmanuel Sanders deep for the Broncos. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They come out here in the eye. They start the drive with Anderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that play was vintage Derek Johnson. Made a play in the backfield. In college, he did as an outside linebacker. Used speed to get to the backfield. Now, a bulked-up inside linebacker with multiple Pro Bowls on his resume.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Sanchez. And this one complete to Virgil Green. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd, Sanchez. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Eric Berry's a textbook definition of ball-hawking safety. You name it, he can do it on the football field.
run it again with Anderson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Sanchez. Surveying the field. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Dontari Poe in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
So here's Britton Colquitt and the Denver punt team. Back deep for Kansas City, DeAnthony Thomas. Here's Thomas.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
On 1st down, it's Charles again. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On 2nd down, Jamal Charles. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Now Smith. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Play fake here on 1st down. Finding time. Still back there. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
2nd down following the incompletion. shotgun snap for Smith. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
There are certain words that sometimes we overuse, but there's one that's really welcome on a player's resume, and that's the word breakout. And I thought Travis Kelce was one of the breakout stars of 2016 in the NFL. What a season he had with Kansas City.
Over 1,100 yards. Now, to put that into perspective with everybody else that was catching the football for them, the next closest had 593 for the Chiefs. So, breakout year indeed.
And for me, it's how he did it, because he did it in a variety of ways. Whether he's an inline tight end, a guy who could split out and really become a wide receiver, and then when he caught the ball, he ran like he was a running back.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Here's Smith now on second down. He's got time. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
In the red zone this time. From the red zone now, Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. Back to the air. Smith on second down. Looking left side. That's caught by Macklin. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Again, Smith setting up the screen for West. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Charles the low setback. Here's Smith. He's got time in the pocket. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved.
False start, offense. Still second down.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. To the air again, Smith. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 13 yards out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Great corner out there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs defense making their way back onto the field. And they had a great fourth down stop last time that set their offense up great. Offense able to score. So offense probably over there saying, hey, do that again.
Exactly what they're saying. That's working together. That's being in tandem right there. Stop them on defense. Offense gets great field position, rolls in and puts points on the board. I think you're exactly right. Can you do it for us one more time? We'll take it.
They'll try and do it again. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
When the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there, it doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off. Didn't have to knock anyone to the side. Didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
Anderson, only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense.
In there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The youngest member of the Colquitt punting dynasty, if you will. This is Britton Colquitt to punt it away. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. A touchdown apiece here in this first quarter of play. 7-all is the score. And we're back to Arrowhead after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Returnable for Thomas. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They begin the drive with Charles. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On second down, here's Smith. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That draw play got blown up by the blitz of the defense. Ordinarily, that's exactly what you want. You want them to blitz, and they go past you, and you go past them for a big gain. But in this situation, they hit him at the worst possible spot, right exactly where you were running the draw, and he got in there and got him.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Out of the gun, Smith. And that is incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Let's go now. Left 35.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Derek Johnson not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Here's Sanchez now on 2nd down. Sanders has it over the middle. And down he'll go at the 25. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. Play fake to Hillman. Sanchez. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Norwood that time. And it brings up 4th down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defensive position, and he just gets taken out.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come up in an offset eye. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jay Howard in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, here's Sanchez. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense, because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football, and that really hurts you as an offense.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Charles the lone setback. Smith now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And yes, that is something Von Miller does very well. 13.5 sacks last year, 2nd in the league, and was right in the running for Defensive Player of the Year.
Again. And if he plays full seasons or nearly full seasons, he'll be in that running for the rest of his career. I I love his ability to bend coming around the corner, and sometimes we don't talk about that enough. His ability to have the best leverage, get lower than the offensive tackle, yet still running at full speed and wrapping his way around the corner and getting to the quarterback.
Here's Smith now on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, here's Smith. Finding time. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Sanders.
Whoosh.
Oh, he did it again. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. And let's feature now Mr. Mark Sanchez in our player spotlight. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? Shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
Yeah, I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. First down throw, Sanchez. Norwood's got it, complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Sanchez. Green's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Fresh set of downs here. On 1st and 10, Sanchez. Green with a catch left side. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down, Anderson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Here we go.
Sanchez on third down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And McManus able to put it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick that time, and he's able to redeem himself from the previous miss.
And fortunately for him, he got the chance to do that not long after missing the first time. Sometimes a whole game goes by, and you don't get that chance at all. So you keep it with you till the next time you take the field.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the defensive unit now for the Broncos as they get set here. They got the stop last time that resulted in a punt, and then it resulted in 3 for their offense.
And this is one time where the defense won't get credit for creating points, but that's exactly what they did. All right, forced them into a punt, turned it over to their offense, and guess what? Points went on the board.
Points went on the board, 3 of them. Now they'll be looking for another stop. A first down carry here for Charles. And it worked his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Charles. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They come up in an offset eye. 3rd and 2, Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Todd Davis coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The Chiefs defense, they get set and ready to do battle again. And a field goal surrendered the last time out. Just by and large, are field goals wins for the defensive side?
They certainly are in today's football because offenses are so tuned up and usually have the ability to strike almost at will that when you're only giving up 3, You feel like it's almost like basketball. You're trading, right? I give up 3 on my end. I'm counting my offense to get 6 on the other, and that is a win.
Yeah, it's a win for the kicker, too, I guess, if he makes the field goal, right?
No doubt about it. He feels good about things, but his team...
And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. Dontari Poe in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Here's Sanchez now on 2nd down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Sanchez now to throw. Got him in. He finds Sanders. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Sanchez on 1st down. Completes it to Norwood. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Again, it's Sanchez. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Left 35.
Now a 1st down throw, Sanchez. And he finds a man on a crossing route. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Left 35. Left 35.
To the air once more. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Let's go, Pete. Here we go. Black 35. Black 35.
Throwing on 3rd down, Sanchez. He's got time. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders from 10 yards out, and the Broncos will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos defense getting ready to go. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense. They said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And the defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 1st down, Smith. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Five wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. On 1st down, it's Smith. He's got time in the pocket. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Just 1 yard to go here on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Smith. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Howard Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it's 3rd and short.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Smith throwing again. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. On 1st and 10, Smith. Going underneath for Charles. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. The return comes now from Jordan Norwood. What a spin. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Chiefs trail right now, but with another half to play, there's time to turn it around. The Broncos deserve to be ahead, but will need to put together another strong half. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10, the ball will pop loose here. This will go for a loss of 8. Now after the fumble, Anderson's going to look for a gap, and he'd go in for the 50-yard touchdown. Broncos strike first in this one. Chiefs with the ball, end of the first. We move late into the second. The completion will be made on the slant, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown, pushing the lead to 10. So that'll do it from Orlando. Let's get back out to Arrowhead as we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They come out here in the eye. Second half starts with a run by Jamal Charles. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Charles, the low setback. Here's Smith. A dump off for Charles. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
Five yards to gain here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Smith. And Wilson has it. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 1st down, Smith. And his throw here is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here. Throwing again is Smith. His throw incomplete. He was looking again for Kelce there on that play, and it's 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's got it to West on the dump off. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Thomas, the lone receiver, left.
Here we go. White 18. White 18.
On first down, it's Sanchez. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Simple slant route, and partner, really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle, starting to get near that, maybe last.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Heading back out for another drive, here's Jamal Charles. And the numbers show the improvement, and this is kind of what we thought we would expect to see from him. I know we overanalyze these things sometimes, but what switch? What's flipped that switch?
Sometimes I think when you're as great as he is, you just kind of roll out each game and expect good things to happen. And that's not always the case. Those guys on the other side of the ball, they're the NFL 2 for a reason. So maybe at halftime he gets a chance to regroup, kind of get it back together, get a little extra resolve, and now he's putting it into practice.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jamal Charles. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the gun, here's Smith. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's the option going right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll keep it on the ground, this time with Charles. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And they'll try to fire up the running game with C.J. Anderson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Again, Anderson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Throwing on 3rd down, Sanchez. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Denver. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Alex Smith and the offense heading out for their next possession. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Couple of Broncos there in on the tackle.
But that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
6 yards to go here on 2nd down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Caught. Kelsey, left side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They come out here in the eye. Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They go play action here on 1st down. Surveying the field. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams in Arizona, those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. Here's Sanchez. And incomplete. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Play fake to Hillman. Sanchez. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Denver. Rush comes and they block it. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
There are plenty of ways for a special teams coach to get excited. And when you block a punt into the end zone and recover for a score, yeah, he's going to be jumping up and down a big way.
And as a punter, you know that clock is ticking. He just didn't get it off in time. So they're going to go for 2. Here's Smith looking to throw. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. We put our attention now on the Chiefs' defense. Hope they didn't get too comfortable on the sideline. They had the 3-and-out, the punt return for a touchdown. Boom, right back out there.
They're okay with that, though, because of what it led to. And let's face it, they keep a statistic, 4 3-and-outs. Most teams want to lead the league in those as well as in takeaways.
They'll be looking for another 3-and-out this time. They give it to Anderson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
They run again on first down. Anderson. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball. and that way you often control the game.
Let's go now. Right 20. Right 20.
Third down now. It's C.J. Anderson. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. On 1st and 10, Sanchez. And he's got room. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Sanchez on 1st down. Finding time. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football. But today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Throwing on 3rd down, Sanchez. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline that's kind of interesting. L.A. a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have 2 with the move from San Diego to L.A. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less culture shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition that still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously, trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played 1 season as such.
Watch 35. Single.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. DeMarcus Ware in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Yeah, Sanders now to return. He won't go down. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Penalty. Anderson. Oh, he bowls over him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. In the backfield is Anderson. Play fake to Anderson. Now Sanchez. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Let's go now.
From the gun on 3rd, Sanchez. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And no return on this one as that kicks it. Out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. As they've done all day, they run with Charles. Look at this spit. Jamal Charles, nobody in front. 20. And all Kansas City touchdown. Jamal Charles, 68 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. We're back now in KC, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Here we go. Black 35. Black 35.
On second down, here's Sanchez. Sanders has it over the middle. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
First down, it's Sanchez. Completes it to Norwood. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Second down now after the pass completion. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
False start, offense.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, it's Sanchez. He goes underneath for Anderson. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best. and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go. Hot 20.
On first and 10, Sanchez. Green with a catch left side. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Broncos a first down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now a first down throw, Sanchez. Deep drop. And this is Latimer, complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag, route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Black 35.
To the air once more, Sanchez. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Fresh set of downs here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And, Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
They run. Anderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Ronnie Hillman in there. He gets the carry. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Comes Kansas City. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Smith will hand it off here to Charles. And he lost the football. Charles loses it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. So the Broncos coming out now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So they're operating in the red zone.
Ready, right 20.
On second down, here's Sanchez. Norwood's got it, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Offense just a yard away from the line they need to gain. Third down. Carry number 20 coming up for Anderson. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him a first down yardage there.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They come out here in the eye. They'll run. Anderson. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you win 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. In the backfield is Anderson.
Black 35. Hut.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. That's complete right around the 8. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough 3rd down awaits them.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Ready. Right 18.
Now Sanchez on 3rd and goal. Drops it off for Hillman. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a gain of 3. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter. You're going. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And McManus able to put it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
Now a 20th carry here for Jamal Charles. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Smith going to turn and give to Charles. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. On 1st down, it's Sanchez. Left side here to Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Sanchez on 1st down. Screen play, Anderson. A good pickup there, a 22.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Now a 1st down throw, Sanchez. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Second down now after the pass completion.
Let's go now. Black 35. Black 35.
Sanchez throwing again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Check.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And quickly they get to the line. Back to throw. Can't find anyone open. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
In the backfield is Anderson. They'll look to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. They go to Hillman on the screen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Ronnie Hillman, a 20-yard touchdown. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
And there's the touchdown, partner. We just saw it. What do you do now? Oh, yeah, of course you know what you do. You're going for 2, right?
I think anytime you're inside of 2 minutes in this situation, you try for 2.
And remember, let's go back to training camp. Every team we talked to said they spend more time now on 2-point conversion periods than they ever have before.
So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2.
Let's go now. Right 18.
Sanchez going to try and throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Five receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. Smith. Looking sideline, incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now it's Smith. To the right side, it's Kelsey. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Smith, and it's complete to Kelsey. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now it's Smith. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Well, timeout on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
Now Smith. To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. They come up in an offset eye. They'll hand it off. This is Charles. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. This is Charles. And able to push it. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Smith turns and gives to West. And he'll get nothing out of that one. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
That was a nicely executed block there. But sometimes it's not just the kicker who feels the pressure in this situation.
Well, I think a lot of people could feel pressure on the offensive side. The defense a little more loose with it.
Yeah, listen, they're just going all out trying to get to the football. And to your point, the offensive guys, okay, who do I have? Who am I blocking? If that changes in the defensive front, does that change what we do in our blocking assignment? And sometimes that confusion or that tightness can lead to a bad play.
And it keeps the game tied here late in the 4th. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Now Sanchez. He goes underneath for Anderson. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it's Sanchez. A dump off to Anderson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Here we go.
Sanchez. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So we saw a lot of points. Overtime comes. The defenses, they clamp down.
Rather amazing, isn't it? Because would you have even thought that we'd get to overtime after what we witnessed for 4 quarters?
Not at all.
And have 0 points on either side? Not a chance, right? And somehow it happened. We always talk about making adjustments. Maybe both defenses took 4 full quarters in order to get an adjustment. Got 1 good period in for both defenses, and now they go home. You buying tonight?
I thought it was you. I did last week. I did the last 2 weeks.
Oh, I was trying to go for 3.
Dinner on you, my good
Trying
man.
to go for 3.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
And as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Hey, move, 45.
First throw here in overtime for Smith. Looking left side. That's caught by Macklin. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. From the gun, here's Smith, and he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done. Now part 2.
Let's go now. Right 20. Right 20. Go.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. They run it again with Anderson. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now Sanchez with his first throw in OT. And he's got Hireman. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
On second down, here's Sanchez. He's got time. Great protection. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
Play fake to Hillman. Sanchez. He's got time in the pocket. Under pressure, and down goes Sanchez. Justin Houston in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the two defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that would... And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And that changes everything here in OT. So it's his second missed field goal here. That wouldn't have ended the game, but it would have given him a leg up in OT.
And that's got to invigorate this defense. They did their part. Now it's time for their offense to put together a drive and seal the deal.
And now here comes Kansas City. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored. That's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
On the run, it's Charles. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now Smith. And Wilson has it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
And now a first down following that long gain. Charles the lone sent back. And they'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself.
And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching.